What is going on, beautiful people? Today, we're going to be talking about what happens when a narcissist gets old. What happens to them when they grow older, when they grow up, when they not just grow up, when they get elderly. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Welcome back, folks. Yes. The age-old question: what happens to a narcissist when they get old? Like as they get older, what happens to them? What goes on in the mind of a narcissist as they age, as we get older, and things of that nature? I know I did a video very recently about the birthdays and whatnot. This is gonna be a little bit different. This is gonna be digging more. This is gonna dig more into the mind of a narcissist as we get older and whatnot, because I'm a narcissist. I have the personality disorder and I'm getting older. I'm 39 years old now. I know 39 is not old. I'm thankful to make it to 39, y'all. So many people don't make it this far. It's kind of wild. But yes, as narcissists get older, they typically do not get better. And that's just me being real right there when I say this, y'all, because I know a lot of people can process this in a lot of different ways as I say this, but typically, it doesn't mean every single narcissist. There's varying degrees of narcissistic people. Not every narcissist is going to get worse as they get older. Let's just be realistic, and not everybody is going to be a full-blown narcissist. The full-blown narcissist typically do not get better. They don't. The full-blown narcissists are typically going to get worse. They're going to get worse as they get older, not get better. It's just like the crazy thing about in the mind of a narcissist, and this is how I used to think, y'all, and these thoughts kind of pop in my head every once in a while as well. It's just like, why do I have to get old? Like you see, like older aging narcissists can and will absolutely be jealous of younger people. It is just crazy. Like they be jealous of their youth. Like they get to live and they're young. And the narcissist has lived. They were that age at one time or another. They just like narcissists. We always feel like we're missing out on something, right? We always feel like we could get more out of life. We always feel like we could be doing more, getting more, or moving forward more, and something like that. We always feel like there is more to life than this. But when we get older, we see somebody that's young, like, man, just give me that youth. It's kind of like, like you want to be like a sorcerer and suck the youth out of somebody, like, give me your youth and whatnot, it's kind of wild how it works. But that's the mindset right there. Like older aging narcissists can absolutely be jealous of younger people just for being for doing nothing other than being younger than them. Just for being younger, we get mad, we get angry at them because we are younger than they are. It is a crazy mindset to have. Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity to have that type of mindset right there. Like, but there's no, like, I've worked on it because I've been in therapy for 7 years. But there's so many other people that have not and that will not. They won't work on it. They can't work on it. There's nothing they can do that will do about it. Like, they just will have this just bitter feeling of younger people. And the closer in relationship you are to that narcissist, the worse that the more they can be jealous of you. The angrier they will be at you for being younger. Like, imagine being the son or the daughter of a narcissist as they get older and you're younger than them. And you might even look like them. They might treat you worse if you look like them. They'll be like, you wasting your time. You just young and dumb. You stupid. They'll belittle you just because you're younger. They think they're better than you because they're older. But internally, your age makes them feel insecure about themselves. As we age, we get older, we lose our looks. We lose certain things about ourselves. We lose, we change. You change. Everybody's going to change. And there's nothing you can do about it, right? There's nothing anybody can do about it. We're going to change. We're going to get older. That's just like this life as it is, right? But narcissists, like if you're the son or daughter or grandchild of a narcissist, oh my goodness. And it's like, it can be, you can be as young as a baby. Imagine a narcissist, an elderly narcissist holding a baby, holding their grandbaby and just being jealous of their grandbaby. You know what I mean? Like literally just being jealous of them. Like, just like you young, I know you're my grandbaby, but you just young and I can't stand you. Like, that's crazy. It is a crazy mindset. They just feel like they could, like, narcissists feel like they can use your youth better than you can. Even if they've had a bad life. That's crazy, isn't it? Even if they just, haven't accomplished anything throughout their own lives, they feel like they can use your youth better than you can. Just get out of lane is a second chance. This ain't fair. They feel like life isn't fair for them. That's why that's part of it. That's part of them not wanting to get older because they feel like life is just not fair for them. It is a wild mindset to have. Absolutely insane. Absolute insanity. Absolute insane mindset. Right? It is. And that's part of it right there. That's bits and that's not even just bits and pieces. That's the bulk of it. The bulk of how it goes. The bulk of everything. The narcissist mindset is just going to continue to work this way because they benefit from it. Y'all, this is like, how do they benefit from it? Y'all, just do. We just do. It is crazy to think about that. Just being jealous of younger people for being jealous. And like, life's not fair. Like we didn't get out. We didn't get the squeeze out of our own time because of something else. We always blame other people, especially like the unsuccessful narcissists, right? They're always going to blame other people for why they're not as successful as people who they're similar ages as them, right? I'm 75 years old. My friend is 75 years old, and they're way more successful than me because they were born into richness, or they got lucky breaks, or whatever it is. It's always going to be an excuse as to why they are not where they are, and it's wild how it works. Like always making them an excuse for why we are not where we are, where we want to be in life. Always making them an excuse for why things haven't gone the way that they needed to go. Why always making an excuse for how, we need to shift and change our behaviors and whatnot. It's always something new. It's always a new excuse. It's always something going on as to why we can do something better, right? Like literally, it is the mindset. It's a mind piece. So I'm just telling you, when you're dealing with an aging narcissist, they could just be taking it out on you, taking their own frustration and anger out on you because you're the closest person to them. Especially if you're their spouse, if you're their son or daughter, if you're their grandchild or whoever you are, if you work for them, if you have an aging narcissistic boss or supervisor or CEO of the company, they can be angry as hell because you're the young hotshot and they could be treating you horribly. And the crazy thing about it is you might remind them of their younger self and they just can't stand you for it. Like if this is your boss and you remind them of their younger self, they can't stand you for it. They're trying to make your life harder. It's crazy how that works, y'all. And I know people like aging narcissists, the full blown ones, are not always happy. Happiness escapes most narcissists. Let's just say it like that. Happiness is going to get away. It's going to kind of escape most narcissists in any situation because we lack the ability to be happy. We're always chasing happiness throughout the entirety of our lives. And most times narcissistic people are not happy when they get older. It's like they get older and feel like they deserve more. They feel like they deserve a better partner, a better house, whatever it is. They can be, you can get a rich, famous, elderly narcissist and they still be bitter as hell and angry at the world. And you be like, what the, you got everything you could ever want. Why are you so angry at the world? Why are you so bitter? Why are you so narcissistic? Like, what the hell is going on with you? Like yes, you're older, but you lived a full life. You rich, you're famous, you got everything anybody else would want. And that's the thing right there, y'all. They have everything that anybody else would want and they're still not happy. They have everything that they thought would make them happy. And this is why you see a lot of narcissistic people become successful because they chase happiness and they equate happiness to money, right? So if it's like, if I get enough money and popularity and fame, then I'm happy. Then I'm extremely happy. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be fulfilled. That's why I'm going to chase after their happiness. And when they get everything that they wanted, when they get everything that they've been pursuing, when they get everything that they've been chasing after and they're not happy, that's frustrating. Tony Robbins said that. He's like the ultimate failure in life. One of the biggest failures in life is success without fulfillment, success without joy, success without happiness. Like you get everything that other people would view as successful, even you would view it as successful, and you're not happy with it. So you get an aging narcissist, right? An older narcissist that has achieved everything that people would die to achieve, and they're still not happy. Man, they could be old, bitter as hell, discarding their husband or wives of 30, 40 years, going out here dating somebody that's way too young for them. Like, they're 75, 80 years old dating somebody that's 18, 19. It can get rough, y'all. It can get rough because they feel like they equate it. Now, they used to equate money to happiness, right? But now because they're elderly and they're not happy and they might have money, then they equate youth to happiness. So they're trying to get younger. So even though we can't get younger, some of them can. Some of them we get surgeries and things like that to feel younger, Botox, whatever it is, to feel younger, to look younger, some type of plastic surgery to feel younger. But what they'll do sometimes is go after a younger partner. They'll go after a younger partner. They replace their older partner they might have grown old with, might have been together for 20, 30, 40 years. And then they'll try to replace that with somebody younger because it makes them feel younger. Because now they equate youth to power, right? They equate youth to happiness. When they get somebody younger, they're not really happy with them. They might seem happy out in public, but like, damn, they look so happy with that young person. They left me with somebody 30 years younger than them, and they seem so happy. But they're not really happy internally. Most of them are not. It just seems happy. Anybody can smile in a picture. That's why I think it confuses so many people, that anybody can smile in a picture, right? Anybody can. But smiling does not always mean happy. I think so many people equate smiling to happiness. Like, yeah, I can smile right here. And I'm sad to tell it inside. Like, leave that smile look fake. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It's the Coke bottle. No, I'm joking. But that's the mindset right there, y'all. That's literally the mindset of narcissistic people. Like, we feel like we need to find a way to be happy. We feel like we need to find a way to chase happiness. Until the older we get and the less happy we are, the angrier we are. That's why you see the older, aging, angry ass narcissists. Like, I'm just telling y'all might have, you might not have realized it until now, that your grandma or your grandpa, who was a narcissist, it was angry as hell at the world. Like, why my grandma so angry as hell? Like, she got everything, all her grandbabies around her, her kids, her grandkids, great grandkids, everybody's around her, happy and smiling. She's angry as hell. She's like, I'm just mad as hell at the world. Like, because they didn't get to experience happiness. You're supposed to be happy surrounded by your family. You're supposed to be happy with property and all this other stuff, but you're not happy. You're just old and angry as hell. So they take it out in the world. That's why you get these older, bitter narcissists, y'all. I'm just telling you, And if you're the child of like I said, I know I've been speaking about the wealthy narcissist or the narcissist that at least can take care of themselves financially, but you get the aging, elderly narcissist that doesn't have much. They feel like the world owes them something, and so they will use people. They will use the system to take care of themselves. They will use their partners, their kids, whoever it is. They make you feel, and if you're the child of an aging narcissist, they make you feel like you're obligated to take care of them. Hey, you gotta take care of me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing that. I know I ain't got no job or nothing like that. You gotta take care of me. I've seen it happen time and time again, and it is sad to watch it happen. It's sad to have it transpire. It really is sad, y'all. So that's why I tell people, you have to keep doing these mental check-ins with yourself in order to continuously empower yourself to deal with an older, aging narcissist. And I know it sucks. I know it sucks to talk about, but this is how you empower yourself. You empower yourselves by continuously moving forward. You empower yourself by taking the time, effort, and energy that you need in order to power up and keep pressing forward. Because as a narcissist myself, like as my looks start to fade and get wrinkly and whatever it is, I'm going to probably become angry and bitter too. No, I'm just playing. Most narcissists don't get to the point where I'm at right now. Like, the older you get, the less likely you are to go to therapy as well. I'm not saying it's impossible to go to therapy. I'm just saying it's less likely to go. You're less likely to go to therapy. Less likely. If I'm 75 years old and starting therapy, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's 75 years of, childhood trauma compounded with life. 75 years of life. It'd be very difficult to start therapy. I've seen people start therapy in their 70s. I'm not saying it's impossible, y'all. I've seen it happen. I'm just saying it's different. It's a different life to start therapy when you're older, y'all. But okay. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode. I hope this brought you some clarity. I hope it brought you some peace. If you haven't already, make sure to check out join one of my support groups or taking one of my courses. I have a course called Understanding the 7 Stages of a Narcissistic Relationship. It helps you understand what you've been through, why you got picked, why you got chosen, all this other stuff. And I have a support group called the Mental Healers. Check that out as well. The Mental Healers is, if I do say so myself, it's a great group. And last but not least, the Facebook page is still currently hacked. So y'all, if y'all see on Facebook and you're angry at me for posting certain videos, it's not me. Scroll through my stuff. Y'all, when have I ever posted a video on my page that doesn't have my face in it talk about narcissism? It's not me on Facebook. When I get my Facebook page back, if I get it back, just pray for me, y'all. I will post a picture of me smiling and say, this me. It'll say this me. Something like that. Anyways, y'all, make sure you subscribe to the channel, y'all. Thank you so much. Mental Illness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.